What's up guys, welcome to another Rocket Punch Army review. I'm Charles and I'm going to be doing the review today of the Threezero Evangelion New Theatrical Edition Test Type 01. This box stands at an enormous 14 inches tall. The box art is great. I love the little chalk looking design, a little bit of CGI looking stuff. By the way, I'm not making popcorn, that's the rain outside if in case you hear that. Here's the side of the box. Here is the back. And it's got a window flap. Look at that. So you can see the figure and its accessories. It's got a nice matte finish, by the way. Very high quality box. Inside you get your typical clamshell. The bottom half has the stand, and the main tray has the figure and its accessories. So you get a Threezero warranty sheet and a full color instruction booklet with a thick, kind of glossy paper. You also get a extra antenna here. And the instructions are full color, and they're not very big, long instructions. I mean, there's not much going on, just articulation and the pieces that come in the set. Alright, this is how she comes out of the box here, standing at a very nice 10.5 inches tall if you count the shoulders. And of course, there's little protective plastics, and the nice touch here is the foam to protect these little kneecaps here. So we're going to remove these, so check out the figure a little bit better. Now for size comparison, we're going to stand there next to the MP44. You can see it is a nice tall figure. Now for accessories, we do get the awakened mode head, the short and long entry plug, one for inserted mode and one for extracted mode. And we do get two progressive knives, one standard and one for storage. And then we do have the open shoulder for storing the progressive knife. Nicely detailed pallet rifle, an assortment of different hands, and they pretty much all come with opposite versions. And last but not least, here is the umbilical cable, at least the plug part. You notice there's no umbilical cable. I don't have it. I don't know if it didn't come in the box, or if I accidentally misplaced it and lost it. I have no clue, but it's a shame. I don't have it. And the figure itself weighs in at almost a pound. If we do grams here for you guys, it's 413 grams. So definitely a very nice weight to this figure. A very solid, look at this. It's very heavy, but there's no floppiness about it. And that's what I love about this figure. I think I mentioned that in the Facebook post. And the joints really stiff. I love that. We're going to go over articulation in just a moment. But the finish and the overall look of the quality of this, excellent. Another home run from Threezero so far. And I really want to just get into the value of this figure. It's about $130. It's tall. And if we compare it to this is $139. Or let's just say $140. Look at the size difference, the looks difference, everything. I mean, this is just a little plastic figure. It's not loose. It is a nice figure. I'm not going to knock it for that. It is made by Sentinel. But as you can see, this is what you get for 140 bucks, and that's what you get for 130 from Threezero. And they do a great job. I mean, they have the Pat Labors also, which were only about $120, which are amazing figures. I don't know how they do it, guys. I know they pay licensing fees and all that stuff, but they managed to release something spectacular. All right, let's get into some articulation here. We do have the draw opens, right? We have the neck joint this way. It does warn you to be careful with hitting the parts because this is a nice finish. It's a soft metallic finish, if I'm not mistaken. It's not just purple. Yeah, it seems like there's very fine metallic paint. So anyway, you want to be careful. Neck you can bring down. It's a little tough to do. There you go. You can bring that down, which is part of the loading here. Okay, I'll show you that later. You have the shoulders here, which pivot on the back on a ball joint, or the shoulder blades, and the actual shoulders here, which you can see move that way. You also have the arms going forward and back. You have double jointed elbows. Alright, we have the articulated hands. They're not on ball joints, they're on like little swivels here. So you can see that, so you have to position them where you want to be able to move the way you want. You do have ab crunch. Okay, so there's like 3 points where the ab crunch happens and back, and then right between here you get a little bit of movement this way, just about like that. And again, you have to be careful with parts hitting, and then just a slight amount of waist action here, which is not too bad considering how much what do you call it, paneling goes on here. You can move the legs. Again, warning, there are warning parts. Instead of me going over all the other ones, they're all in the book. It tells you where to be careful with hitting parts. And you can bring the leg down just a tad. As you can see, it just popped down. We'll do the other side like that to give you a little bit more range this way, because it's supposed to be very flexible and articulated. And then right here will swivel, but let's take a look at those metal joints right there. Now, well, actually, it's just this section here, it's metal. That part is plastic, it looks like, some kind of composite possibly. And there is a little bit of a swivel here. You do get the double jointed knee. You get a little bit of action right here on the kneecaps. And then, of course, the ankles. A little bit of the armor here moves. And, of course, the toe. Let's go ahead and check out some of the accessories. So for the entry plug, you do have to bring the neck down this way. Make sure I got it all the way. And then you have to pull up on here, open it up. This opens just very slightly that way. And you can see the plug hole there. And we're going to go ahead and insert the entry plug here. Alright, there's no friction to it, so you're not going to lose it. You can see it just slightly pops out. And if we just tip them over, excuse me, pops right out. And then we'll go ahead and pop the extended one right there. A nice thing to note is that this hinge for this part is actually die-cast metal. Alright, so we're going to want to check this out next. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't have the wire. I think it's just a regular copper wire that you can bend. I have reached out to Threezero to see if they can do something about that. Again, I don't know if I lost it. I've opened this a few times before the review, and I can't find it anywhere. So let's just not put the fault on them just yet, but I did request a new one. But anyway, this is going to go back here. You'll see there's 3 little plugs. Just push it in, just like that. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and remove the hand since we want to use a different alternate hand. So unfortunately, when I try to remove the hand, the ball plug just pops out. So I can't put the new hand, unfortunately, which is rather unfortunate. And it's kind of hard to grip this. Like, how do I grip that little ball? I mean, I guess I could keep trying. Alright, I did it. I just flexed it at an angle and it popped off. Let's put this here. There we go, guys. Look at that. Alright, I did it. I just flexed it at an angle and it popped off. Let's put this here. There we go, guys. Look at that. So here's a cool little pose with the knife there. And here she is with the Pallet rifle. And of course we have the alternate shoulder for storage. You'll see this runs along this tab up here. It doesn't just drop in. So you kind of hang it here and slide it in. Alright, just like that. And unfortunately this doesn't come with the hanger, but I believe they're selling that separately. Should be details down at the bottom below, description. And but it does have this stand here, which is normal ROBO-DOU option here. And you put this on here, and what's cool is it does have the umbilical connection here, which actually goes up here, and you don't actually ratchet it, you put it where you want. If you try to ratchet it, you'll break it. And then you just plug it into the back of the figure, which is cool. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll bring this down. We got to move this piece out of the way so the teeth can move. And just adjust it to where you want. I'm not going to go crazy with it. Just going to leave it like that. Pop it in. And then you can adjust the height here. And here we have her connected to the stand. Holds it pretty firmly too. Now it does have glow-in-the-dark feature. I don't know how well it works. I think you probably have to prime it with some light. It's been under these lights for a little bit, but I think you probably have to shine a very bright LED. But anyway, let's see how it looks. Okay, I don't see anything. Well, I don't see anything on camera, but I do see something in real life. How can I do this? Can you see it now? I think you can kind of see it. I might have to enhance it in the video. It is glowing okay in real life. It's nothing crazy. You probably have to add light to it. Let's try and do that. See how overexposed I am right now. Just going to do it on a section just so you guys get a feel as to what you have to do to get this thing to glow. Alright, see? Glows a little bit. Nothing crazy. I don't know what I did to my settings, but my screen looks overexposed. Hopefully it's not like that in real life. But anyway, guys, if you want to pick one of these up, make sure to click the link in the description below. Anytime you click down there, even though if you're not buying anything, it really helps the channel. Thank you guys that keep watching and continue to make this channel possible. I want to thank my Patreon reviewers because they're definitely supporting in you know, as much as they can to keep this channel going, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you. Yeah, if you have any questions or comments, you can always leave them below. I'll try and get to them if I see them. And until next time, guys, bye bye.